G'day guys, welcome back to another Warframe video. I know it's been a fortnight since the last one, but I wanted to do something different with the drop of First Descendants, see what my community are interested in that. Sorry for those who were not interested. Those who did enjoy it, let me know in the comments. For those who didn't, why don't you let me know what you think of what's been going on with the current Jade update and the changes to all the different elements and things going on there. I do apologize today, my the voice in the video will sound a bit off, and I will not be taking that outtake out just because I've already done this once with a faulty mic and I don't want to go over it over and over. Anyway, I am a bit under the weather. I'm coming out of a cold, probably passed on to me by my kids, but that's just part of life. So, anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think of Jade and the update that came with her, and let me know what you think of First Descendants. Today we will be going into one of my favourite of the original frames, Ember. She is obviously the fire-based frame, and I will be going over a decent build for her now that she has had a bit of a passive buff with the elemental changes that came with the most recent update. So sit tight and we'll get into that in just a moment. But before, let's go over some basic information like who is Ember in Warframe. Ember was introduced on October 25th, 2012, back with the early introduction of the game, with 300 HP, 370 HP, 370 shields, 135 armor, 225 energy, starting with 75 of that, and a 1.1 sprint speed acquired through General Sergus Rock on Mars, although you can also farm her through the Duviri circuit when she is available. She was reworked on October 31st, 2029 in the Old Blood update, and she is a fire progenitor for Liches and Sisters of Parvos. Now, I know a large majority of you will be familiar with Ember's abilities, kit, whatever you want to call it, but some of you may not, so I will be quickly going over her passive in each ability. Of course, you can skip this section of the video if you already know that, or if you just want to sit by and let me gain some extra watch time, I'm fine with that. But of course, first of all, we will go into her passive now. Ember's passive ability grants 5% ability strength for every enemy within 50 meters affected by heat. This will of course be triggered through her abilities through many methods, which we will be going over in just a moment. Starting with Fireball, her first ability. This allows her to charge up and launch a fiery projectile, which, while spamming, will give you a multiplier that will increase the damage of all abilities, not just the Fireball. This Fireball is also able to land heat procs, which lends itself into her passive ability that we mentioned earlier. Her next ability is Immolation. This grants her a flame armor that will give her 50 to 90% damage reduction depending on how much the gauge on the side of the bar shows. While the ability is active, this damage reduction will be changing depending on which abilities you are using, with Fireball and Inferno increasing the amount of damage reduction, and Fire Blast, which is the next ability we're going into, decreasing it. This is balanced out, and once while you're at cap, your energy will then begin to drain, and when you are anywhere else, it will not have a cost. Now, the next ability we are going to go into is Flame Blast. This will have you slam the ground, creating a release of heat buildup within your suit. This will knock down enemies and strip them of their armor, dealing yet another fire proc, which will lead back into the passive, giving you more ability strength. I will remind you, this is the ability you use to bring down your damage reduction percentage, but make it cost less energy, with Fireball and Inferno increasing it instead of decreasing it. Now finally, let's go into that ability, Inferno, which is, if you have seen Naruto, you know the big meme with Mamoru Uchiha with, what are you going to do about the second meteorite? Well, Ember follows up with the question, what if I drop one for every single enemy? And that is her ult. You drop a flaming comet onto every single enemy within your line of sight. Every single enemy that survives gets a massive heat proc, which yet again feeds into your passive, allowing you to get more damage if you're in higher level combat. The final bit of information involving her abilities, of course, is that her Helmet ability, if you choose to subsume her, will be Fire Blast. Now, with the mods, it's very easy to mod Ember. You just want to pretty much throw in for the range, strength, duration in that order, with your first 7 mod slots, with the 8th being just whatever you want it to be. Honestly, I run armored agility because I like to have that bit of extra sprint speed. As for the other essential one, if you have it, run Arcane Vitality. This isn't due to Arcane Vitality increasing your health or anything. This is more so just for the double heat procs, being as Ember is a heat character, and that's just going to read off into itself. With Arcanes, I've always found that personally, just up to you, whatever you feel like running. I run Blessing because the extra health can be helpful with toxic procs and things like that slowly whittle your health down, where you need to slowly gain it back, and just having that extra pool can be helpful, especially with damage reduction, making it so you only ever take small hits. And Arcane Eruption just for funnies, because it's kind of funny to watch enemies fall on their ass every time you hit them with a status proc and pick up an energy ball. Now, of course, I didn't have my Exilus mod equipped. I haven't got an Exilus adapter for my Ember Prime yet, but in that case, I did have the mod I am choosing selected up. As you can see, I've got enough capacity to add it in, just need the adapter now, but that will be primed Power Drift, just for that little bit of extra power strength and a little bit more oomph. But yeah, I've had no problem running most missions in the base game and some steel paths with that build. And it is not too expensive for those who are just starting out, the worst one of it being Arcane Vitality, which is very accessible if you have completed the main storylines. Now, for those who have completed the main storylines, of course we have Archons. Archons are much like your bloody Arcanes. Not everyone has them, and if you have them, you do have preferences in which you like you use. These are the ones that I have chosen to use for my Ember build. Feel free to copy, that is not necessary. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, let me know what you think of the video, and of course if you want to stick around, I'll be giving a few random tidbits that not everyone knows about the character. But yeah, don't forget to comment, subscribe, let me know what you think, and let me know what else you would like to see. If you want me to go back to making some more First Descendant videos, I got a couple of them cooking, or do you want me to keep bringing out the Warframe content? Of course, it's up to you, just let me know in the comments below. And now, for those who stuck around for those interesting facts, did you know that Ember was the fourth frame to ever receive a Prime variant, and is either based off the Phoenix or Vermilion Firebird, depending on what type of literature you follow. This can be seen by the Sandata's cosmetic that came with her, and her bird-like feet in her cosmetics. And finally, did you know that Ember did not become a free male frame until 2013, and that before that she was actually a male frame in the beginning parts of the game. Thank you for watching yet again. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next one.